The Standoff. Captain Reese Holloway had survived 37 combat deployments, 3 near-death experiences, and 1 bitter divorce. None of that prepared him for the alien girl standing in front of him, crystalline blade pointed at his throat. "Kneel," she commanded, her voice like tempered glass, fragile but deadly. Her skin shimmered in the dim cave light, the bioluminescent tattoos marking her arms glowing with pulsating patterns. She was tall, lean, with angular cheekbones and slit-pupil eyes of deep violet. A Thalari warrior, the Empire's elite, trained to kill from the age of 5. Reese didn't kneel. Instead, he straightened, lifting his hands slowly, palms out. "Look, I don't want to fight you. I'm just here for the artifact. Then I'll leave." "You lie." She stepped closer, blade still at his throat. "The humans always want more." Behind her, the rest of her squad lay unconscious, the result of a stun grenade he hadn't meant to use until she'd cornered him here, at the very heart of the dig site, deep beneath the shattered moons of their Axis 3. "I didn't kill them," Reese said. "Could have." "Didn't." She blinked slowly. "Then why are you still standing?" "Because you haven't made me kneel yet." That earned him a sudden shove, backward hard. He hit the wall of the cavern, dust falling from ancient glyphs overhead. Her blade flicked sideways and hissed, retracting into a crystalline hilt. "You are arrogant. You are armed." They stared at each other for a long moment, breathing in the still air. The silence felt like a taut string between them. Finally she sighed and stepped back, but not all the way. She moved closer, then did something that surprised him. She grabbed the front of his shirt. Reese stiffened. "What are you?" "I need your help," she whispered. Part 2. Unlikely Alliance. She released him suddenly, as if realizing what she'd done. Reese saw the trembling in her fingers before she curled them into fists. "My name is Lyra of House Vesk," she said. "I am disgraced." Reese arched an eyebrow. "I thought the Thalari didn't admit weakness." "They don't. That's why I must not return without the artifact." Her eyes dropped to the floor, shame flickering through her expression. "But the artifact is not what it seems." Reese studied her. Something was off. Not just her sudden change in demeanor, but the way she kept glancing over her shoulder, as if expecting something to crawl from the shadows. "You were ordered to guard it, right?" he asked. "Yes. But my squad wasn't sent here to protect it. We were bait." Her voice trembled for the first time. "They knew what it does. They knew it would awaken." Reese felt a chill down his spine. "Awaken." She nodded toward the center of the chamber. There, barely visible through the dust, sat a spire of obsidian metal, shaped like a twisted helix, humming with unseen energy. "It's not an artifact," Lyra said. "It's a key." "To what?" "To something that was buried for a reason." Reese stepped forward cautiously. "Then why do your people want it?" "They don't. The Empress does." Reese turned back toward her. "And you don't trust her?" Lyra's jaw tightened. "She is my blood mother. But she is not sane." That explained a lot. The Empress of Thaler was infamous for her brutality, but the thought of her own daughter sent to die just to retrieve a weapon made even Reese feel a little ill. "And what does this key open?" he asked. "I don't know. But we felt it move. Like it was watching us. One of my squad, Tresson, touched it." He screamed, then vanished. "Vanished how?" "Like he was erased. No light, no sound. Just gone." Reese backed away from the spire. "So we leave it," he said. "We can't," Lyra replied. "I tried. It won't let me. Every path out, it loops. We've been trapped here for 3 days." Now that Reese hadn't known. You're saying we're stuck in some kind of time loop? Not time. Space. Suddenly the temperature seemed to drop. Then how do we get out? Lyra met his eyes. You help me destroy it. Part 3. The key turns. Destroying ancient alien relics usually went against Rhys's instincts. But when they returned to the spire to inspect it more closely, he saw what Lyra meant. The surface of the spire rippled like liquid obsidian. It wasn't just alive, it was aware. As he stepped closer, it shifted, a low hum vibrating through his bones. It's scanning you, Lyra said. No kidding. Rhys backed away. Any idea how to break it? I tried every weapon I had. It absorbed the energy. Rhys studied the base. Symbols carved into the metal flickered in a pattern. He recognized one, an ancient Terran glyph. Something like a warning. I've seen this before, he muttered. In the ruins on Baelith. Lyra perked up. You've touched one of these before. No, but I saw what happened when someone did. A whole city collapsed into itself. She stared at him. Then you believe me? Yeah. And I think I just figured something out. He pointed at a curved ring of symbols. That's not just a warning. It's an equation. A recursive algorithm designed to break containment. Lyra frowned. What's containment? Rhys looked her dead in the eyes. A prison. The spire pulsed brighter. Something was waking up. Suddenly, the walls of the chamber trembled. A deep, guttural sound echoed from beneath their feet, a voice not made for human ears. The key turns. The door opens. Rhys stumbled. That's English. Lyra shouted over the rising noise. We have to run. They bolted, racing through twisting corridors, the path behind them folding like collapsing paper. Reality itself bent. A hallway turned into a mirror. A stairwell became a slope of water. Time fractured. Rhys grabbed Lyra's arm, yanking her down a corridor of broken crystal that shimmered with reflections of their childhoods, memories that weren't their own. At last, they burst into a chamber that hadn't been there before. In the center stood a console. Human-made. Rhys blinked. This isn't Thalari tech. No, Lyra whispered. It's yours. Part 4. The Human Legacy. The console hummed as Rhys approached, flickering to life. Welcome, Captain Rhys Holloway. He stared at the interface. How does it know my? Because this is a Terran containment vault, said a new voice, mechanical, genderless, and patient. Project Thanatos. You were cleared for access upon birth. Rhys's blood ran cold. What the hell is Project Thanatos? A failsafe. In case the Voidborn ever returned. Lyra tilted her head. Voidborn. An ancient species, the AI replied. Precursor entities. They do not live. They do not die. They only consume. They were locked away by the First Terran Empire, long before the collapse. Rhys rubbed his temples. Let me guess, the spire is a lock. And the artifact is the key. Correct. Lyra stepped beside him. Then why did my people find it? Because it was designed to be discovered only when humans reached critical extinction. The Thalari are close genetic analogs. Enough to trigger partial activation. But not enough to open it fully. Until you arrived. Rhys looked at Lyra. So I finish what your people started. No, she said, stepping closer. We finish it together. The AI's interface lit up. Containment breach is 87% complete. Final lockdown protocol requires dual biosignature authorization. 1 Terran, 1 Thalari. Rhys nodded. Do it. They placed their hands on the console. A wave of energy surged through the room. The air thickened. The spire's pulse slowed, then stopped.